high water signs. These are autumn 2018 readings for Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, in that order. So let's go ahead and see what autumn 2018 looks like for Cancers. We're looking at the very end of September, October, November, and the first part of December. For Cancers, fall of 2018. We are using the SpiritSong tarot deck. It's Paulina Cassidy. It's brand new. I've only done one other reading with it so far. What can Cancers expect? The Knight of Crystals. This is the Knight of Pentacles, or the Knight of Earth. A stable energy. Endurance and determination are noted here specifically. This is what you can be prepared to be moving slowly and steadily in your endeavors. Probably slowly but steadily gaining as well with your resources, your finances, and your physical material realm. Endurance and determination. And then you have the Two of Acorns. Something for you to stay open to. This is the Two of Fire, or the Two of Wands, the Two of Rods. And it's showing up in the reverse. And then you also have the King of Crystals. Courage and commitment is what she's noted here. This is the King of Earth, King of Pentacles, King of Coins. A family man. Not necessarily a man. It doesn't have to be a man. And then we have the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Water, the Knight of Shells pictured here on the bottom of the deck. Music. Cancers, we are going to master our financial material realm, our finances, our resources, those things that are physical and tangible. Likely our money, our financial world, our investments, whatever is wealth to us in a physical, tangible way. This autumn, by the end of this autumn, by December at the latest, I'd say we can expect to master that area of our life, to feel in charge of our finances, to feel like we are dictating the income and the output. I'll let you look at this reading with me, Cancers.
Really quick. Sorry.
You're fine.
I want to grab these towels because I can run up to the laundry room
Oh, okay.
Right there in there.
Okay.
Good, we'll put them to dance.
How long will that be?
The laundromat?
Yeah, like how long will you be gone, do you think?
It's right there. I'll run up there and come right back.
Okay.
I'll run up there, I'm in the washing machine, come back down.
Okay,
And
so
then run back up and put them in a dryer and come back down.
okay. Sorry, this is taking so much longer than I thought.
Don't. I'm taking photos out there and waiting for the shirt to dry.
Okay.
Do what the fuck you need to do. Trust me. It's fun. I just figured, whatever, you know. You know me. I'm like, well, if she's still going, then I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna grab these towels here because we've been drying our asses with.
I'm still recording. Did you know that?
No. I couldn't pause it when I walked in or something.
Well, see, I can't pause it, but that's okay. So the Knight of Pentacles is what to be prepared for. This is, again, someone loyal, dependable, practical, and it represents someone with a sense of purpose. So I think this is, it could be an energy that we're encountering, but I think this is us, Cancers, during autumn. This is a space that we need to be prepared to be in. This is the type of work we're doing. This is the type of advancement that we're looking at. Again, slow and steady, but purposeful. Stubborn with attention to detail. So we're determined to master that financial realm, either through learning a new skill, moving into a new house, and or gaining more resources, more money, making an investment. And then what we can expect is here in the King of Crystals. By the end of autumn, again by December, we should have attained that which we were moving toward, right? We will have mastered that realm, because I think we decided to do so in that stubborn, slow, steady manner. And I think attention to detail is important for a lot of us Cancers. I know as a Cancer rising, it certainly has been for me. These were in the upright and the Knight of Shells. I can't remember now if it came out in the upright or reversed. I had it facing you here in the reverse, and I think that's... I'll just look at it in both directions, I guess. I think it was reversed as your advice. Okay, so yeah, then to be open to, we're looking at the Two of Wands, the Two of Fire, the Two of Acorns here. Insight and focus. Normally for me, the Two of Wands is an original vision, creating your own destiny, acknowledging that you have a powerful potential, or the card helps you to acknowledge that you have a powerful potential, and whatever you're planning, it can represent those plans. But then in the reverse, it can be one squandering that potential. Perhaps trying to make too many plans, or someone who's just squandering their potential because they have a fear of their success, they're unprepared. Oftentimes it's someone who's feeling lonely. It was in the reverse for you. For us Cancers. Oh. I'm sorry, Cancers. So many things. For so many interruptions and ish in your reading. Now I have an ad playing. And I really wish I didn't. I'm sorry. So the Two of Fire reversed here. I think we may need to be open to rethinking some plans, to replanning a vision, to yeah, to rethinking some plans, revisiting some plans. Maybe our plan doesn't maybe it doesn't fit what we want anymore. Maybe it doesn't leave room for everything that we want to see in our future anymore. Maybe it includes some more people now. I think it has everything to do with this mastering of our financial realm, though, which I'm really excited about as a Cancer rising. I have felt this slow and steady build of just managing all of my resources better, not only my money, but my time, my energy, my total energy, and it's all connected. And it's in seeing that and acknowledging that it's really taking shape, that I'm able to take the reins of that area of my life. It makes perfect sense for me. So I hope that's the message for all Cancers. But what I see here and what we need to be open to is that rethinking our plans, revisiting our plans, making a new vision board, so to speak, but maybe actually literally, has everything to do with this mastering of our financial realm. Like, that helps us to rethinking what we want, rethinking what our goals are, rethinking how we plan to get where we're trying to go. It really gives us the ability to master that financial realm, or that material realm in our lives. And then we've got the Knight of Shells as advice. I can't keep straight how I'm doing these readings. I think that's how I've been doing them all, but that's what it's going to be for Cancers for autumn 2018. Bottom of the deck, I'm looking at as advice. Lack of heart expression to me. That's not going to be your advice. Charm and passion are the key words showing up here. Charm and passion, and then discovery and enthusiasm just right underneath with the page of acorns, the page of wands, the page of fire, or rods, and both in reverse. I think we're as advice, I think some Cancers are being warned against someone that the Knight of Shells or the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Water, represents. Someone who makes us question our self-worth, someone who's possessive, someone who makes us question what honest affection is. Yeah, overly emotional or not emotional at all, maybe manipulative. They have a lack of heart expression. I would think we're being warned against allowing energies like that too close to us. In autumn of 2018, we could also be being warned against our own lack of heart expression as we focus perhaps too much on our financial realm. Although, you know, it's beautiful that we are mastering it, but it may be relevant for many Cancers then, as we are working all the time and budgeting and managing how much we're making, to keep in mind that be mindful of how much heart expression we're bringing to our relationships, our work, our day, and our life still. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Because I went and I wanted to read it in the upright too, because since I wasn't 100% sure which way it came out originally. We're advised to make sure we are considering our emotions versus our feelings. So some Cancers are perhaps so focused on mastering their material realm that in terms of the relationships they're engaging in, or in terms of the type of work that they're spending their days and their hours doing, we're not all really considering how we truly feel about that work, or how we truly feel about those people. So there's that advice as well, to revisit our feelings versus our emotions. You know, we may be very excited that there are a lot of resources coming in as a certain type of work, but how do we feel truly about that type of work? That rush of excitement doesn't truly represent our true thought out feelings about that work. Or as we focus on our finances, we may be keeping relationships around us that are familiar and comfortable or convenient or serve certain purposes. Maybe they excite us in certain ways, but if we gave time to investigating our true feelings about them, perhaps they don't actually support the picture that we want for the future, support the life, the plans that we have laid out, the blueprint that we see. And, you know, I say that because, again, we have to be open to replanning and rethinking some things. Now, that's not necessarily relationships for all Cancers. In autumn 2018, it's not necessarily work for all Cancers. It may not be either one. It may not be either of those areas. But there's the suggestion that something should be rethought out, and it involves us considering how we feel about it versus just our initial or overwhelming, maybe emotion related to it. Right? Which makes me think of my relationships, my work. So those are just the main examples that come to mind, but it's not necessarily that for either of those for all Cancers. I also say that because the Knight of Cups is an affair of the heart. So it's either speaking of a loving relationship or a creative expression that comes from someone's heart. So there's, you know, so I'm saying work, I maybe mean creative projects, which very well may be your work. Okay, and then I wanted to, this is a little bit longer than I thought it would be, Cancers. I wanted to draw one from the Deviant Moon Tarot for you as well. Or find it. Oh, perfect. Lucky me. Yeah. So for a lot of Cancers, it is the heart expression that I'm talking about is work that you love to do. This is a collaboration, playful meeting of three people, playful collaboration. It is a work that you love to do. Yeah, I think that that is what we need to replan about. That's what that is the reason we need to revisit our future plans. That is the reason that we need to create a new vision or sort of tweak the vision that we have now. It's about this creative expression from our heart. If we're honest with what our heart wants, with what we truly want to do, with what we really want our future to look like, we want it to include this work that we love to do. Maybe it's just a hobby, maybe it's just a side project, maybe it's just something this message comes through all the time. I almost feel bored, sound bored giving it, because I just feel like a broken record, like I'm repeating myself. But this message comes through for everyone all the time. It may just be a hobby, a side project. It may just be something you do on Saturdays. It may just be something for fun. But if we're honest with ourselves about what we want included in our future, Cancers, it is this playful collaboration and or work we love to do, work that we love to do so much we don't notice the time passing. And we need to replan to make sure that we include that work in our daily life, at least our weekly life, in our world in some way, in our future, I think. And it is doing work that we love to do, that we will do until we can't hold our head up, until we fall asleep on the desk, that we will do until we're too tired to, that we will do with love from our heart, with passion, that we will do again and again until we get it right. It is that type of work that will lead to our financial mastery. And it may be that by the end of autumn, a lot of Cancers that I'm speaking to have literally mastered their financial realm. But it may be for a lot, you have mastered it in the sense that the mountain is climbed as soon as you take the first step to climb it, because you've already set the intention that by accepting the fact that, you know what, I need to shift my career or my work, my job path focus over to this work that actually excites me, that I want to do until I drop every day, that gets me out of bed in the morning. It may be that for a lot of us, or for a lot of you, it's just that making that decision makes you feel like you've mastered your financial realm, because then you go about either learning the skills that you need or setting a plan into motion, replanning your future around that work. For a lot of Cancers that I'm talking to, I sense that some are going to go back to school about this. You're going to get some new training. You are going to acquire new skills or a new degree or something that may be why you need to be open to new plans, to scrapping your current vision. It's just like you have a powerful potential. You can create your own destiny, and your path is just heading you in a different direction, and you just need to be open to a course correction. And it's only to direct yourself toward what you love to do. That's your lesson. Is in your lesson this autumn is about being able to collaborate with other energies, yes. And I think, and I believe you're learning how important it is to your energy, to your life, to your happiness, to the energy you bring to those people around you that you love and that you share time with. I think you're realizing how important it is for those things, for those people, for you to do work you love to do. It makes us who we are. It gives us a completely different energy to be following our heart's desire, to be doing something that we love to do, we're passionate about, we feel we do well, right? And you have it from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. We've got the 5 of Cups showing up here. I believe the 5 of Water. The 5 of Cups in a more traditional tarot deck, but in the Dreams of Gaia, it's the 5 of Water. This is your support, Cancers. This is our support as we replan. I think, for a lot of us, it involves letting something go. That means we've got to let an old job go. We've got to let an old way of being go, an old life, an old path, an old version of us. Maybe people who no longer fit this new vision for our future. That's possible. And the support is in allowing ourselves to mourn. Acknowledge what has to be left behind for you to follow the work that you love to do. And allow yourself to mourn those things. That will really aid us in moving forward and expediting that progress. I did see the Eight of Wands show up for us as well before beginning the reading. With, you know, having in mind that I was moving into the Cancer reading first, meditating with that in mind. So I will leave us at that, Cancers. This is so much longer than anyone else's. I'm not sure what just happened. But I have to move on to Pisces now. I do hope, Cancers, that you all are taking something from the reading that you didn't have before you came to it. And hope that you have a beautiful autumn 2018. Okay, Pisces, autumn 2018. What can Pisces expect for fall 2018, the end of summer, October, November, and most of December 2018? What can Pisces be prepared for? What do Pisces need to stay open to? What else can they expect? What's the advice on how to handle those energies, how to meet those energies? We'll actually get that, we'll get a lesson as well, but we'll get that from a different deck. And we'll look at what's supporting you as you try to take that advice and as you meet these energies. In 2018, in August 2018. No, autumn 2018. Fall 2018 for Pisces. We are using the SpiritSong Tarot, Pisces. The 10 of Feathers, and it's showing up in its reverse. I'll let you take a look at that. This is the 10 of Air, or the 10 of Swords in a more traditional tarot deck. In its reverse, it's something unfinished, something, a cycle that's repeating, probably a negative cycle that's repeating. It can represent intentional wounds for me. Definitely something being unfinished. And because there's a snake showing up on this card, on this depiction of the 10 of Air, I definitely see a negative cycle repeating. This is what you need to be prepared for, Pisces. I feel like it's kind of split. For some Pisces, there's a negative cycle that's in danger of repeating, that is going to be repeating because someone else isn't ready to let a cycle finish between the two of you. For the other half of you, Pisces, it is you. You are participating in that cycle continuing. And the 2 of Acorns you have showing up as something you need to be open to, which is making plans for the future. And I think that falls right in line with getting yourself out of that 10 of Swords, that negative cycle that's repeating. You need to make plans for your future that are different than the patterns, habits, behaviors that are continuing to repeat in that negative cycle. That's what to be open to an original vision for yourself, to being able to create one. I sense that there are talking to a lot of Pisces who also have Cancer energy in their chart, because this card showed up in the same position as for Cancers. It was in the reverse, however. But if you do have significant Cancer in your chart that you know of, you may want to go back and watch the Cancer reading that was done just before this. in this same recording, but it was the first reading I did. I'll try to timestamp these. I have to go back and do the air signs as well. I'm sorry, these are so sloppy. It's my first time trying to separate them into elements. But what I see for you here, Pisces, is insight and focus as the key words, and what to be open to. So yeah, with recovery and transformation as the keywords on this card, and they're reversed in your first card as what to be prepared for. You're not allowing a healing to take place. A transformation. You either don't want to let someone go, or someone doesn't want to let you go. Either way, you know, they can't stop you from moving on, from transforming, from becoming that new version of yourself, from letting that negative cycle go. So whether it's you or them, you are not allowing the healing to take place. It would require a transformation, it looks like, which, you know, means letting something go. I don't think it's as major of a transformation as if the Death card had showed up for us, though. It's the Ten of Air. It's significant for sure. It will require recovery for sure. Insight into what it is you need to heal and recover, and focus as far as what you would rather have for yourself in the future, what new picture or vision you can create, what you want your destiny to hold for you, that could get you as excited as what you have to let go of used to. If it's you who's having trouble letting go, if it's you who's keeping the negative cycle repeating. I really get the sense that that it's a relationship for a lot of Pisces that I'm talking about. But like I said, it could be a way of life. It could be a job. It could be work that you are just used to doing, but you don't necessarily love doing. And then we have the Hermit showing up as something else that you can expect. Significant Virgo energy. Balancing you out, Pisces. I say that because they're opposite you. Contemplation and wisdom are the key words here. So this could also represent you taking some time for solitude. You taking some time to go within, to do your part to bring these plans that you need to be open to fruition. That may require some solitude. I'll face these towards you now, Pisces. We've got you can definitely expect that type of energy, that Virgo energy in your life in autumn 2018. So that contemplation and that wisdom will be there, whether it's in you or someone around you. But I really am sensing and feeling that it's someone coming in with that type of vibe. Also, you know, we're approaching winter, right? So toward the end of fall, as we're approaching winter, a lot of us will be moving into a more hibernation-like mode than the one we've been in throughout spring and summer, and even most of fall, right? It'll start to cool down. You can expect maybe it means that you can expect to get that time to yourself away from this other person once everybody starts going into hibernation mode. If it's a couple that is, you know, on and off or trying to split up, but one or both of you doesn't want to let the negative cycle end, it may be that you get some time to yourselves come winter, come the end of fall. It starts to look like you're not going to hibernate together, so you get to hermit alone and start moving into that space of taking time away from them. Because, you know, I don't, again, with whether it's you or them who doesn't want to let the negative cycle end, and it doesn't have to be a romantic partnership or relationship. It could be, you know, any type of situation, a roommate, a living situation, a family situation, a friendship situation, a work situation, but whomever, it's something that's on your mind heavily, although in the grand picture of your life, it may not ultimately end up being that significant to you. Right at this time, currently, because of how it's related to your finances or your spiritual life, it's very significant and weighing heavily on your mind at this time. But not allowing that negative cycle to end, not allowing not allowing your plans for the future to put a stop to that repetitive pattern means putting off healing and recovery, Pisces. Your own and likely someone else's. And like I said, it's not that you're the one holding on. For some of you, it's that you have to allow that recovery and healing to take place, even though it's someone else that doesn't want to let you go. We just don't. We just aren't ready. We just aren't ready yet. We either can't tell them no or can't let them go. And we've got the 9 of air in reverse as your advice, which is healing at last. So this has been repeating for a good while, Pisces. And the advice is to heal at last. And taking time for solitude, to go within, to reflect on everything that's happened, to really examine your life and situation is I think what really propels that healing forward too. You need sleep, you need rest, you need time alone. This relief has been coming for a long time. Yeah, you have to, some Pisces have to take it. Have to take this solitude, their time alone, their time for recovery. Someone really doesn't want to give you up, Pisces. And I think the feeling is mutual for a lot of you. But we're going to look at the lesson now. I will say that the 9 of feathers, the 9 of air here that I'm looking at also says perspective and self-empowerment. So the SpiritSong tarot may look at the 9 of swords a little differently than I do from the traditional tarot deck. But in the reverse, I still see the message from it that a new perspective is required. I think that solitude and that self-examination is exactly what offers that. The lesson is your lesson in autumn 2018, Pisces, is represented by the Page of Wands. I'll just go ahead and face that one towards you. And we are also going to get a Dreams of Gaia card to tell us about what's supporting you as you face these energies. So the Page of Wands is often a youthful, feminine, fiery energy. When I say fiery, I'm thinking of fire signs, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, or someone who embodies those qualities. But she can also represent a message from someone like that, or about someone like that, from a hot place, a fiery place. It could also represent an inspired project, enthusiasm, someone waking up, and probably as a result of an inspiration of some type. We need to hold on to our resources at this time. what will support us as we face these energies, as we focus on these plans and we try to heal and transform and recover, which means, you know, trying to end this negative cycle, going within. What's going to support all of this is us holding on to our resources, managing our time and money, and yes, our finances, our money, conservatively, just managing it well. That's not to say we can't be generous with people, but we want to make sure that we have enough of our resources for what we need them for, right? And I think for a lot of Pisces, what I'm actually talking about is time. So some Pisces, the person who doesn't want to let you go, or that you don't want to let go, is this youthful, feminine, fiery energy. And that's what your lesson is regarding: making plans without them, moving on, ending your negative cycle with them, finding healing and recovery, and having time to yourself aside from them. And you need to take that time for yourself. You need to insist on keeping enough of your resources for you. Enough of your energy is the main thing, but that means your time and, yes, your money too. But for others, if it's not a fiery feminine energy that you are stuck in this cycle with, or a youthful fiery energy that you're stuck in this cycle with, then whomever it is or whatever it is that your cycle needs to end about or end with, your new plans are focused on a project that inspires you. Something you're enthusiastic about. Something that makes you feel youthful and fiery. And therein lies your lesson when you go within to examine who you want to be, what it is you want in your life, what you'd like your plans to focus on instead of this repetitive negative cycle. You find that it is this project that, again, inspires you. And what will help you get that project moving is holding on to your resources. It's going to take a lot of time. It might take some of your money. It's definitely going to take all of your energy. And like I said, it's drawing out your enthusiasm. So that's what you need to plan about and focus on instead, and that's what you're going to find within as well. That the healing, the recovery, and the energy and inspiration to focus on this project that really brings you to life, wakes you up. Pisces, us up. I have a North Node and Midheaven in Pisces, so I'll say us. I hope that all of you are taking something from that reading that you didn't have before you came to it, Pisces. I hope you have a beautiful autumn 2018. And I must now move on to Scorpio. What can Scorpio expect, be prepared for, be open to in autumn 2018? Let's see what messages we have for Scorpios in the fall of 2018. Looking at the very end of September, looking at October, November, and most of December 2018 for Scorpio energies. What should we be prepared for? The Emperor, focus, stability. In Aries energy, a significant divine masculine in our lives, Scorpios, perhaps. Fatherhood. Some Scorpios need to be prepared for fatherhood in the fall of 2018. Some Scorpios are simply getting a visit from their father. Some Scorpios are starting to dominate their own life. You've in the past not made decisions for yourself, or at least not decisions of a certain caliber for yourself about your own life, and you're starting to call the shots and take responsibility for the repercussions. At least in some area of your life, you weren't previously doing so, and now you are, Scorpios, this fall. As we near the end of 2018, your own divine masculine energy within is waking up. And we have the Ace of Crystals and the Ace of Shells and the Eight of Crystals as well. Give me just a second with these, and then I'll turn them around to face you, Scorpio. Yeah, I see leadership and ownership here in the Emperor, of course. As it says, focus and stability. Yes, I like those keywords as well. Leadership in some area of your life. Leading your family, leading at work. I'm sorry. Owning perhaps a new business, a new home, because we have the Ace of Crystals here as well. So, you know, you need to be open to a new business, a new home, a new job opportunity, a new financial opportunity. I mean, the Ace of Crystals is the Ace of Earth, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Coins, and it is manifestation or prosperity here on this card specifically. Those are the key words. But to me, manifestation of something in your earthly realm, like again, a new home, a new place of work. But it looks like you're the Emperor, so I think it's about owning this new thing. I think we're talking about Scorpios who are going to be owning their own business or owning their own home. Again, leading, dominating that area of their life, or maybe that field in general for some of you. And the Ace of Earth as well is an opportunity to not only to make money, but to improve one's health. You know, that new job, that new business, that new home, that new health regimen, way of life, that these new resources actually also translate into health for you and your family. I'll let you take a look at those with me as well. And happiness and abundance, the Ace of Shells is your advice. This is the Ace of Water, the Ace of Cups. And it wants you to share openly with your family, your co-workers, those energies that closest around you about this new endeavor of yours, this new opportunity to manifest something in the earthly realm. Either because sharing intensely, openly with a lot of people helps you to manifest what you're growing, or there's the advice to share then with those people closest to you, or those energies around you about it there afterwards, or during, or while you're manifesting. It's going to help. It's going to help in some way, even if you can't see exactly how maybe sharing intensely has a lot to do with whatever type of work you want to do, Scorpio. And so then it makes perfect sense. You need to, your advice is to share intensely with lots of people to make your business grow. But for others, you may not realize that sharing intensely with friends or families or coworkers about what your plans are, what you see for your future, what you're hoping to manifest, could help give you great ideas or great support to make it happen, even if it's not like a type of work that you need to share intensely to achieve. But then you have the Eight of Crystals in reverse, which here is dedication and progress. So then in the reverse, it indicates sort of a pause or a halt in your work. So it could be that come mid or the end of fall, or at some point in fall 2018, Scorpios, it could be that there does need to be a break. Maybe for some it may be a break that you've earned. Maybe you plan on it. For others, though, it's that you're in need of practicing your skills or learning a new skill or finding a way to get paid more for the skill that you are currently practicing. And so there's a break in the growth of whatever you're manifesting out of necessity. Because the Ace of Crystals, the Ace of Earth is just an opportunity. It is just a seed. So it certainly can be squandered. It is potential that certainly can be ignored, misused. Seeds have to be watered and grown, right? So it makes perfect sense that you would advance to a place where your skills need to increase. You need to take a new class to make your business grow, or maybe you're continuing on in the same type of work you've always done, but there's a new skill set required to continue on in your profession. For a lot of you, because I see you owning your own business and starting and owning your own business here, and what to be prepared for and what to be open to, I think you're finding a way to get paid. A lot of you Scorpios, you're spending the fall finding a way to get paid as much as you deserve for the work that you're doing, that you're putting in. It's a new business. Yeah, I feel like you're running it, you're owning it, you're working. You're a worker in the business, of course, and it's up to you to make sure that the profits are what they should be. And again, sharing intensely is advice that will aid you. Sharing intensely and treating this new opportunity, this new, if it's a business that you own, treating it as though it's not just an opportunity for money, it's an opportunity for happiness. And looking at it from that perspective. And the lesson is, I think a lot of Scorpios are going to have to stand up for this work, this project, this business, this new earthly opportunity that whatever you're manifesting. Whatever, and I think for a lot of you it is your own business, it is financial independence, and it's because, as we see here, you're wanting to move toward this. You're wanting to master your financial realm. And a lesson on the way there is that means you're going to have to stand up for your business, for what you believe in. This is the home I want. This is the work I want to do. This is the partnership I want, perhaps. This is where I want my time dedicated. This is what will make me happy. This is where my energy has to go. It looks like there's going to be a lot of people who disagree, but they're not in charge. You're the emperor. You own your life. You dominate your life. You make your choices. You take responsibility for them. And that includes, whatever earthly opportunity we're talking about. That includes your home. That includes your work and your job. You decide. And you're going to have to stand up for it. In the fall of 2018, Scorpios are going to have to tell people around them, you can get on board, you can support me, or you can watch me go on without your support, because I'm the emperor in my life. I'm dominating those decisions. I'm calling those shots. And it may, for a lot of, okay, for some Scorpios, it is, this earthly opportunity is not a job, it's not a home, it is a relationship, as I said, with your divine masculine, with someone who you view as your divine masculine. And it isn't going to work easily, and it is something you are going to have to stand up for to other people. But it looks like it is an opportunity for happiness for you. It's an opportunity for security, for stability, for happiness, abundance, love. It just will require a lot of work and will require you to stand up to other energies who don't support it. And then, quickly, as this video is far too long, we will look at what is supporting you. What is supporting you as you stand up against the energies that don't support your new earthly opportunity, your new, again, relationship or business, new work. Looks like a lot of people are going to require you to stand up to them. Much work needs to be done. But what is supporting Scorpios during August 2018 as they water this seed? As they own these decisions, these choices, take responsibility for what comes as a result. Embark on this opportunity for happiness. Begin to manifest prosperity for themselves, abundance in every corner of their life, because as we know, they all bleed together. The Three of Earth in reverse. What supports you, Scorpios, as you move through August and fall, a lot of you, is work that you don't actually like to do. So that, you know, it looks like you are trying to move toward an earthly opportunity that you really love, be it a relationship, a new work, a new business. But in the meantime, as you advance toward that, again, abundance and happiness, what will be supporting you is work that pays the bills, that brings in resources, that gives you what you need, but is not necessarily, well, that gives you what you need physically, but does not necessarily fall in line with what you want in your future, or doesn't necessarily give you what you need mentally, emotionally, spiritually, right? And for some Scorpios, the message here is that what will support you is acknowledging that you don't really like this work that you're doing. Quit telling yourself that you like work that you don't really like. Quit making excuses for it. Quit telling yourself it's good enough, it's okay, it will do. Now, it's one thing if you have a plan, and it looks like you do, to manifest a different future, one that makes you happier, one that earns you more. But a lot of you are dancing on this line of having work or not. You know, as you're forming a new business, for some of you, if it's not the relationship, if it's the business, as some of you are forming a new business, you know, you don't want to do this work that you don't like to do. But then you'll be without a paying job because maybe the business isn't turning a profit yet, right? So a lot of you are dancing on this line, and some of you are looking at being without a job because you choose to step over that line and to jump 2 feet into that business. But some of you have 1 foot in each, and a lot of you are focusing mainly on the work that you don't like to do because, again, it is what is supporting you. It's showing up as what is supporting you at this time. But we cannot ignore that the advice is to focus on what brings you true happiness and true abundance. Abundance is not just money. It's not just what you need physically or your resources. It is, again, spiritual, mental, emotional health as well. Scorpios. Those are the things to stand up for. And that's probably a big part of why you're going to have to stand up to a lot of people around you, maybe whom you're in a relationship with, maybe friends and family, because if you're dancing between these 2 lines of work, the one that's supporting you and then the one that actually will make you happy once it gets moving, dancing between those 2 things, you don't have a lot of time and energy left over for anyone else. Even yourself, let alone a lot of other people. And so that's why you're really going to have to stand up for this seed that you're watering. It not only means your prosperity, what you're truly worth financially, materially, but it also means your happiness and your real complete abundance. Okay, so I'll have to leave you there, Scorpios. Thank you so much, though, for checking out the reading, and I really hope that you're all taking something from it that you didn't have when you came to it. Check out the description box below if you're interested in a personal reading from me. Please reach out, lunartickstarot@gmail.com. I love you all, Scorpios, and I will be back with another tarot fix for you as soon as I can.